a core part of our work has been to forecast how cities will evolve in the next 15 years and what will that mean for the landscape of economic activity around the globe, particularly in its urban areas. Yet, of course, we know for sure that our projections are certain to turn out false. We won't get the predictions for every one of the 2,600 cities right. And that is the nature of the beast. In a way, in forecasting, we are not trying to tell this is the way the world is certain to be. What we are doing here is that we are trying to paint a broad landscape that tells you that if we continue with these kinds of assumptions, this is the likely outcome. You never should make your decisions assuming that this is the truth, because it won't be. However, the way these projections are useful is to give you a sense of where we are going, make your plans accordingly, but at the same time, because we know that city performance is very uncertain, individual cities will behave differently than we would expect from the average performance, you need to also build flexibility and agility to adjust your assumptions. And one of the features that I particularly like about doing forecast is that when we see that something is going to be exploding in a certain part of the world, that actually will create incentives for a lot of people to start doing something to resolve the problem. So let's take the example we referred to in one of the earlier sections on container traffic transport. We are projecting it's going to rise 2.5 times in the next 15 years. That means there is going to be a lot of incentives for people to find ways to reduce that volume, whether it is retailers finding ways of sourcing in a different manner, whether it is for product suppliers to find way of taking volume and weight away from their goods. So for example, we don't necessarily need to have big bulky boxes of detergent. We can try to find ways in which we can need much less than a full, let's say a full cup. We can just need a quarter of a cup of a detergent to do the same job. And there's many examples of the same thing. And partly it is these forecasts and projections to the future that give incentives for us to focus our collective innovative efforts into those areas where we think we are likely to see a squeeze. And that, of course, will translate into a different outcome that we expected. And we think that is a good thing.